20. Recess. A recess is a short intermission in the Assembly's proceedings, commonly of only a few minutes, which does not close the meeting and after which business will immediately be resumed at exactly the point where it was interrupted. Note: for an explanation of the distinction between recess and adjournment, see Chapter 8, especially 8.7. Back to reading. A recess may be taken, for example, to count ballots, to secure information, or to allow for informal consultation. The privileged motion to recess, or to take a recess, is a motion that a recess begin immediately, made while another question is pending. A motion to recess that is made when no question is pending, whether the recess is to begin immediately or at a future time, is a main motion, and the 8 characteristics given below do not apply to it. Consequently, a motion to recess is a privileged motion only when another question is pending, and a motion to take a recess at a future time is in order only when no question is pending. The 8 characteristics below apply only to the privileged motion to recess. Standard descriptive characteristics. The privileged motion to recess: 1. Takes precedence over the main motion, over all subsidiary and incidental motions, and over all privileged motions, except those to adjourn and to fix the time to which to adjourn. It yields to motions to amend for the previous question that are applied to it, and it yields to the privileged motions to adjourn to fix the time to which to adjourn. But in the cases where motions to adjourn or to time for a meeting again are not privileged, that is, our main motions, it takes precedence over these motions. See chapters 21 and 22. It also yields to any applicable incidental motions that may arise and that must be disposed of before the motion to recess is voted on. 2 is not applied to any motion. Motions to amend can be applied to it. The previous question can be also applied to it to prevent amendments from being moved. Although the situation rarely arises in ordinary societies, no other subsidiary motion can be applied to it. 3 is out of order when another has the fourth. 4 must be seconded. 5 is not debatable, but see 43, 31 through 32 regarding allowable explanation of an undebatable motion. 6 is amendable as to the length of the recess. Any such amendment is undebatable. 7 requires a majority vote, and 8 cannot be reconsidered. Further rules and explanation. Declaring a recess when it has been provided for in the agenda or program. If a recess is provided for in the adopted agenda or program of a convention or other meeting, the chair, without further action by the Assembly, announces the fact and simply declares the Assembly in recess when the specified time arrives. If the chair does not announce the recess at the scheduled time, a member can call for the orders of the day, Chapter 18, thereby demanding that the recess be declared, postponing the time for taking a scheduled recess. The time for taking a scheduled recess can be postponed by a 2/3 vote if, when that time arrives, the Assembly does not wish to recess. In the latter event, the taking of the recess is treated just as any other order of the day that is due to be taken up, and it can be set aside by any of the procedures described in 18.8. Form and example. Forms in which this motion may be made are: I move that the meeting recess, or take a recess until 2 p.m. I move to recess for 10 minutes, or I move to recess until called to order by the chair. If such a motion is adopted, the chair announces the result as follows: the ayes have it, and the meeting stands recessed for, or in recess, 15 minutes, and then rapping once with the gavel, if desired. At the end of the specified time, the chair gains the attention of the Assembly and begins. The convention or meeting will come to order. If the time of the recess has expired, the question is on the resolution. Or, if the recess was taken following the vote on a question or an election but before the result had been announced, the first business would be the announcement of the vote.